So if you impregnate a white woman, is the baby Israel? If the father's black and you impregnate a white woman or a Japanese woman or a Chinese woman, is the child an Israelite? No.
Can I respond to that? Because I am a woman.
Or the baby Israel. If the father's black and you impregnate a white woman or a Japanese woman or a Chinese woman, is the child an Israelite? No.
Can I respond to that? Because I am a woman. I am a woman. Women carry something, and if somebody has said they believe in science.
You heard the madness. The Most High gonna kill a lot of our people.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to the Most High and His only begotten Son, called La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. All the double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Wabarakatham to the hopeful elect. All right, now today, it's gonna be a quick lesson touching on that, wickedness that madness you just heard come out their mouth, man. All right, and what they said was not according to the scriptures at all. That was profane. That profane statement they just made, man, because the scriptures completely, basically, if that was the case, what they said, then the scriptures would contradict itself. All right, and that's what happens when you try and make stuff complicated, man. And you start to see why the elders and apostles, our teachers above say not everybody needs to be teaching, because you see what they're saying. They're saying something that's completely contrary to what's in the scriptures. So basically, you had these guys saying that if a Israelite man, a man who carries a seed, so regardless of what man it is, men carry the seed. Okay. If he used to lay with a woman that's not an Israelite, then his kid is not Israelite. When the scriptures say that the man carries the seed, that doesn't make sense. And if they had understanding of the scriptures, then they would know that if that was the case, King David would be an Israelite, man. Because his forefathers, all right, a part of the lineage above him came from a heathen woman. So guess what? If that was true, King David wouldn't be Israelite, which means King Solomon wouldn't be Israelite, and it would just go on and on and on. All right, because you look into the book of Boaz. The book of Ruth with Boaz. She wasn't an Israelite, yet she brought forth that lineage going down to Jesse, King David, that came down from under Boaz and Ruth, and she was a heathen woman. You know that, but these guys, they don't understand the scriptures, man. And that's why the elders and apostles always say some people don't need to be teaching. And that's a clear example right there. All right, but I'm going to bring out a lot of scriptures that show that the father carries the seed and that there is no sin with having heathen women. Because if that was the case, why would our forefathers have heathen women? It's just like the multiple wives thing. If it was a sin to have multiple wives, why in the hell did King David and King Solomon and Abraham, did Jacob, and many more have multiple wives if it was a sin? And then there's even laws on if you do get another wife. So if that was the case, why would that law be in effect if you couldn't have multiple wives? Which just shows you these guys lack understanding of the scriptures. And also, Esau got their ass, man. They're deceived. They're still all caught up in this westernized way of thinking. We have to let go of this shit, man. Stuff is all lies and completely opposite to the scriptures. But this is the first example I want to go into, this account. This is Genesis 19, verse 30. This is when Lot and the daughters got delivered. What happened? Let's read it. It says, and Lot went up to Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his two daughters with him. For he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his two daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after all the manner of the earth. It says, come and let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve the seed of our father. Okay, and this was back before, you had the laws, obviously. All right. But you see, it says to preserve the seed of their fathers. So what does that mean? That whenever they did do what they did, there was nations that was to come out of Lot. But what happened? Lot's seed went on. It didn't stop. All right, which goes to show you that the man carries the seed. And guess what? Without the man, it won't be no nation. That's why the scriptures say children of Israel, which guess what the word children means? It goes into bond or sons. So the sons of Israel are the 12 sons. Why do you think Deniah is not mentioned? Because the women don't matter, man. She don't carry the seed. Jacob is known through the seed, which is through the man. Let's get another one, man. This is Numbers chapter 1, verse 2. And this is when, Moses was numbering the Israelites. How did he number them? Let's read it. Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel. What is children? Sons. After their families, by the house of their fathers. That's where the lineage goes through, the father. It didn't say mother. All right. It said father. With the number of their names, every male by their poles, man. All right. And that's how they numbered them. When you read on, and their numbers all the men by the tribes. Okay, the top men. Let's get another one. This is when Benjamin was about to get wiped away. And it was just men left. And what happened was Benjamin had to go and ravish, or lay hold on the daughters of Shiloh. Okay. All right. They laid with those women. And guess what? When they laid with those women, that they brought forth their seed to keep going, because Benjamin was almost wiped away. Okay, let's read. This is Judges 21:19, and I'm reading verse 21. It says, Then they said, Behold, there is a feast of Yahweh in Shiloh yearly, in the place is on the north side of Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goeth up from Bethel to Shechem, and on the south of Lebanah. It says, Therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, Go ye and lie and wait in the vineyards. And guess what children means? Sons. Right? Let's keep reading. And see and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out and dance in the dances, then come ye out of the vineyards and catch you every man his wife of the daughters of Shiloh, and go into the land of Benjamin. Okay? So what does that show you? Matter of fact, we're gonna go to 23. Let's read it. It says, And it shall be, when their fathers or their brethren come unto us and complain, that we will say unto them, Be favorable unto them for our sakes, because we reserved each man his wife in the war. For ye did not give them at this time that ye should be guilty. Okay, but this is the point right here, the 23rd verse. It says, And the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives, according to the number of them that danced, whom they caught. And they went and returned to their inheritance, and repaired the cities and dwelt in them. Right? So that's how the Benjamin didn't get wiped away. Okay? They went and laid hold of those women. But guess what does that show you? They didn't have Israelite women to go. They didn't go. They didn't go. Okay, let's go. The tribe of Judah. Let's take wives from the tribe of Judah. No, they had to go to it. They had to go there. Okay. Which goes to show you, like I said, the Israelite man could lie with any woman. But guess what? His seed is going to be the seed of the Israelite, no matter what. His seed is going to bring forth the Israelite. Just like a plant. No matter what land the plant plants in, all right, it's going to be whatever plant that is. If you plant an apple seed in China, it's going to be an apple seed. It's going to be an apple tree. You plant a strawberry, the thing where strawberries grow, a bush, little strawberry bush thing, whatever. What is it going to be? It's going to be strawberries. No matter where you plant it. No matter what land. And woman is likened to a land. So no matter where what woman go into, it's going to always be the same thing. Right? That's because the seed is through the father. All right, I'm going to as a matter of fact, I'm going to grab this one real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon 7, verse 1 and 2. It says, I myself am a mortal man. And this is King Solomon, Wisdom of Solomon, King Solomon, right? It says, like to all, in the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. Okay? And we all know what this is speaking of, man. Offspring is like a son. And it says first made of the earth. Made of the earth is what Adam name means. It says, and in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in a time of 10 months. So when guess what? When a woman gets a seed planted in her, she's pregnant for 10 months. All right. It says being compacted in blood of the seed of man and the pleasure that came with sleep, which is sex. That's the only way a flesh can be made. Right? But let's grab let's see if I can get seed real quick. See, look, now one of the definitions of seed means what? A man's semen. In biblical use, a person's offspring or descendants. It says, as he promised to our forefathers, Abraham and his seed, which is descendants or heirs. All right. Let's see the etymology of seed, though. It says seed, a noun from Old English, said to be sown. All right. And how is a lineage sown? Through the male, through like the sex. Right? Just as it says right here. But lastly, I'm going to grab these two to prove that a man can have women that are of another nation. And he damn sure can have kids by him because look at Jacob. Look at how the child of Israel was born. Did he not have sex with concubines? Right? His wives' servants. Did Abraham not have sex with concubine? His wives' servants. So these guys lack understanding, man. I'm going to get these last two scriptures and that's it. This is 2 Samuel chapter 5, verse 13. And David took him more concubines, heathen wives, and wives out of Jerusalem. Concubine is like a secondary wife, which is a heathen woman. After he was coming to Hebron, and there were yet sons and daughters born to David of his seed. Okay, so those are not from the tribe of Judah, the kids David had. Come on, man. Last thing I ended off with this. This is 2 Kings 11:3, and this is King Solomon, and he had 700 wives and princesses, 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. Because he didn't push the law to the women that he had, man. Right? He followed the ways of the heathens. That's what we did in the book of Ezra. They like to pull out so much. Followed the ways of the heathens. That's where we went off at. It wasn't because we had heathen women. Right? But anyways, that's the point, man. Lord will. This is edifying. We're going to end it off by saying, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. Till next time, Shalom.